Welcome to the Cerebral Palsy and Fitness podcast, you guys. I'm here with Shane Campfield and Ed Couture. They're both the co-founders of the organization called Hurdle. Welcome, you guys.
Welcome.
Thank you for
Good to be
having
here.
us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So to kind of start this podcast, how did you two come up with the idea of Hurdle, and what was your inspiration behind it?
Hurdle came about because I've always in my life wanted to show people that people with autism could do anything. And I showed that with a lot of work that I did. But about a year and a half ago, I had one of the many serious strokes. And I realized I couldn't work anymore. So I was wondering how I could get the word of autism across without being able to work. And then I decided that I know my friend Shane has gone through a lot as well. And if we could get our word to other people, then they could start the ball rolling to show that people with autism can do anything.
That's great. It all starts with you wanting to make that change. You yourself are the catalyst to get people to do things, to start, motivating people to get on top of your cause. So that's awesome. Good to hear that.
Yeah.
How about you, Shane?
Yeah. So pretty much, I know that I've been through a lot, and so I've always wanted to find a way, to get my message out there, and to be more independent, to whatever happens to you, whatever cards life gives you, there's still a way, for you to be happy and, just to be your own person. And so Ed and I both have, similar backstories. And so when we met, I wanted to, start something with him. So I know that both of us our interests were kind of aligned. And so finally we got this thing going, and I think that there's a lot of good stuff for us in the future.
So is this something you want to turn into like a global organization, or is something you want to keep a kind of local, where it's like Orlando, Sanford, places like that?
Right now it's kind of local. Our goal is to, eventually travel outside of Florida, or, maybe global or internationally. But, for right now, we got to start small before we get, to the bigger steps.
Okay, and then Ed, as far as for you, I guess for both of you, so what does this mean for you, like as far as like getting Hurdle out there? Like what is the message behind that you want to show people, not just that people can do it, but what's your actual cause? Like what would you like to do with it?
I would love to have the world accept autism or people with autism, and have the world know that we're just like them. We have some differences, but the world has differences. Our differences are just a little different than them. I want the world to know that we're as smart as anyone else. We're as capable as anyone else. Just because we think differently doesn't mean we're disabled. We just have a different ability.
Awesome. And
Right.
if you don't mind me asking, do you guys have the same kind of autism? Or I know there's a spectrum. So there's like a high functioning and low functioning. Are you guys both the same or different in
Yeah,
a sense?
we both have high functioning ASD.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Right. I wouldn't say, right. I wouldn't, huh?
And then are you able to elaborate on that? Like what does it mean, like to be high functioning and low functioning?
High functioning, basically we're oral, we talk well,
Okay.
we can speak well, we're independent for the most part. We do have some things that we all need work on, but in general, we're independent, normal people.
Awesome. And I'm sure with both of you, as far as having in common, I'm sure you both have faced the same challenges, as far as dealing with the dealing with autism in daily life and trying to navigate through it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. I know that I'm able to, be more active. I know that, Ed is older and that, that his strokes, he can't be as active, because I'm 27 and Ed, you're 54,
Yep,
right? Or is that right?
that's right.
Right. Right. So I'm able to, be more active and do more things, where everything is not physical, but with, Ed, things are a bit more physical for him. And, it makes it more challenging, to be able to do the things that we want to do, if that
But
makes sense.
think of it this way: you are you're yourself, Shane, are autistic, and you can do things physically, and Ed can do things, mentally using his mind. So in a sense, you guys are both like a machine, you know?
Yep. Plus, I have the experience
Right.
level of 54 years. Um, and I am so proud of all that Shane's gone through. He's not my. I said he's one of my best friends in the world. But in some small ways, he's like my son. He's like the person I mentored. I've tried to really get him going forward, and I'm super proud of everything he's done in the last year.
Speaking about mentorship, is that something you would like to do with Hurdle?
Yes, I would love to do that. Sometimes it's a little difficult because you don't know the level of autism people that we have. Some are lower functioning, some are higher functioning. But one thing I've noticed with myself, all my life I've been half my age, socially, mentally, all the same. So I can relate to people who are 27 because I'm that way socially, even though I'm 54. But with all my experience, I can show them, what the future could possibly hold for them. And Shane is their age, so I'm sure he can relate to those people as well, even in a better way.
Mhm.
Speaking about that, alongside mentoring, maybe you can introduce, programs like learning about, how to stay fit and how to stay active, having while having, autism. You yourself, Ed, you mentioned that you do magic and even professional wrestling, and it's something you could probably introduce to some of the individuals that's decided to join Hurdle. Is there's so many opportunities out there, and you can introduce what you do to them as well.
Yep, I started to do that with the last talk we had. The crew was real fascinated with all the things that they were even more fascinated with the celebrity meeting Shane does. Um, we we're starting to really get out there and get our word across, and people are taking it very very well.
That's awesome. I mean, as long as people are out there to support it, and of course you're gonna be having obstacles along the way. People might agree, people might not agree, and that's where you turn your skeptics into believers. You show them that, you might be dealing with this disability, but it shouldn't stop you from wanting to do what you want to do.
Absolutely. In
Right.
fact,
Exactly.
Shane just got work with a group of the people he talked to because they realized how well he spoke, how well he related to them, and they gave him a little bit of employment at the place as well because they want him to inspire all the other people there.
That's
Hmm.
awesome, Shane. Congratulations, brother.
Well, thank you. And that's not going to be happening until August. So for now, I'm just kind of, hyping myself up for that. So I'm excited to see, where this takes me.
Yeah, it's all about opportunities and networking and connecting. That's what it's all about nowadays.
And it's not just for
Exactly.
autism. Yeah, it's not just for autism. We're willing to speak for anybody who has challenges. It could be addictions, it could be CP like you have, David. It could be mainly autism. We're more probably have more knowledge than autism, but we just want to know the world to know that any disability can turn into ability in a matter of a mindset.
Right.
You said that right. That's absolutely correct. It's all about mindset. It's all about inclusion, all about acceptance, which is something that we all kind of together agree upon, is we're trying to work on one common goal, and that is to bring, or two common goals: acceptance and awareness. you know, on anything we face.
Yeah. And now, David, you know what I've done being a professional wrestler. I had a podcast in the past, but I'd like Shane to tell you a lot of the features he's overcome and what he does nowadays.
Yeah, go ahead, Shane. Feel free to share with us.
All right. So to make a long story short, so pretty much I lost both my mom and dad at a young age. So I know what it's like, early on to be independent, to be your own person. And, of course I had people, nurture and guide me, throughout the way. But, generally, I've always been kind of on my own. So with that being said, since I love the celebrity culture, and like meeting different artists, like musicians, your favorite actor, voice artist, you name it. I actually found a way to go about meeting them, like standing outside of venues, of course, going to conventions. I love doing all that kind of stuff. And so I've been doing this for about maybe 5 to 6 years, and so that got me out of my shell, to be more social. And I find it really touching that I'm able to interact, with the people who inspire me. And now I can inspire other people as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I also wanted to ask you, like, I know there's been like, uh, have you ever gotten an instance where you've met somebody like at an airport or something like that? You wouldn't try to go that route too, like.
I I actually do go that route. Airports, hotels. I mean, not a stalker. Sorry, don't get me.
Yeah,
Confused
of
with
course.
that, but it's just something I enjoy doing, and of
Cool.
course, there's a negative side to that, to where they're like, oh, well, why are you here? Oh, that's,
Yeah.
invasion of personal privacy. But, but the general idea is, they're famous and, I don't overstep a boundary. I respect people. I know how to carry myself that way.
Right.
And so just, if they still don't want to, accept that, then that's just on them. So don't take it personally. I
Right.
know that we're all human, and they have bad days too, like everybody. So whenever like if I don't know, they're rude to me or don't pay me any attention, I just let it go right over me and just take it with a grain of salt. I mean,
Right. Don't let it
they're
get to
having a
you.
bad day. Right. Yeah. And so, if when I, don't pay attention to all the negativity, I mostly have a good time doing it.
Awesome. And
And
then, oh, go ahead, Ed.
yeah, I was gonna say that's one thing that people with autism do have to learn is some people aren't always going to be accepted of you. Yeah, and I
Right.
echo exactly what he said. You really have to just brush that off or try to educate them a little, but you can't let it get you down. I used to let it get me down a lot, and it really affected me for a long time. And I'm proud to say I don't let it affect me anymore.
Yeah.
Um, and that's one of the reasons we made a hurdle so we can learn to get acceptance from the world. Um,
Right.
hurdle,
And then,
hurdle. I'm sorry. I'm
and
sorry.
then I was gonna say, at the end of the day, it's all about what matters to you, not to other people.
Yep.
Exactly.
And that's one of the reasons we made hurdle. Hurdle is an acronym to help people, kind of a mnemonic to help people get the steps needed to really, really focus themselves on being a better person, being a stronger person. Um, Hurdle stands for hard work, understanding, realization, determination, leadership, and education. And when you can really put those 6 things into perspective in your life, it'll make things a lot easier for you.
I can definitely agree to that. For sure. Like if you, uh, it's almost like a set of principles or a set of rules. If you follow those set of principles and stay disciplined, good things happen.
Yep. Most
Yes.
all great businesses have those type of rules.
Mhm.
Do you guys have like a website we can go to or visit?
Um,
Just
for right now, we only have a Facebook page set up. It's just Hurdle. I'll send that to you. But right now we're in the process of getting a website set up in the upcoming weeks. We do have business cards and we do have logo postcards, if I'm not mistaken.
Cool.
So
And we also have a lady who
yeah,
makes.
our goal is, to maybe hand them out at different events.
Mhm. We also have a lady who makes merchandise for us. So if anybody wants merchandise, that'll be on our website as well that you can buy from there.
Awesome, awesome. And thank you guys for taking the time to share information about the organization. And is there like I guess two pieces of advice that that you each can leave us with that can encourage those to I guess pursue their own goals and their own dreams and just success in general?
Shane, you can go.
My advice would be don't ever listen to other people, especially negativity. If you believe you can do it, then go for it. Of course, not everything is going to be perfect, but the bottom line is you tried, and even if you did fail, just be happy that you got out of your comfort zone and you did it. That's the main goal.
And my thing would be just have fun. A lot of people struggle in life because they don't have fun with it. Mine was just slightly different than Shane. I wouldn't say don't listen to other people. I would say listen to the right people. Find the people who will
Right.
make
Yes.
who will make you go forward in life. Listen to them. Get advice. Be willing to take advice from people. But then be the one who gives advice. Be the one who makes you better, makes other people better. I'd like to understand. I am super proud of my partner there, Shane. He's really put his all into this business, and I can't even begin to say how happy I am with having him as a partner and having him as a friend, and knowing that he's trying very hard to get this word across.
Awesome. Thank you guys for sharing. It seems like you two have a wonderful friendship and a great organization that's really about to prosper, and hopefully I'll see big things in the future concerning it.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
And I do on my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, and on my Instagram, I have all my celebrity encounters on there. So whoever wants to, check them out, if you ever want to ask me stories on, oh, how's that person nice? Is that person mean? Just go ahead and check it out. Shane Campfield is my Facebook name, and Instagram, it's Scant Parsons. So.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing, you guys, and definitely appreciate you guys being on today.
All right. Thank you for having us.
All right. Well,
Yes, thank you. We enjoyed it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And if you guys want to find out this podcast, you can find it on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, and every other major podcasting outlet out there. And until next time, you guys, stay safe and have a good one.